The first day of the competition started with an announcement echoing through the halls of Jefferson High. Principal Rodriguez's voice crackled over the PA system, struggling to mask her amusement. Good morning, students. This week, we're introducing a special challenge. Boys versus girls. Control the school. Each team will earn points through daily challenges, leadership, and creativity. The team with the most points by Friday gets to choose the theme for next month's school festival. Play fair and may the best team win. The announcement was met with cheers from both sides of the cafeteria. The boys' table erupted with chest bumps and handshakes, already strategizing. Across the room, the girls exchanged determined glances, a silent pact forming without words. Alan, always at the center of school chaos, stood up, raising his hands for attention. Boys, this school's ours. We've been running things anyway. Let's make it official. Dream on, Alan. Clara, the girls' de facto leader, shot back. You barely manage your locker, let alone the school. Laughter rippled through the crowd, but the competitive spark had been lit. The first challenge was announced almost immediately. Lunchtime leadership. Each team had to organize the lunchroom, ensuring everyone was served quickly and the space was spotless afterward. It sounded simple, but with 400 students, it was anything but. The boys dove in with brute force. They formed an assembly line, barking orders like a boot camp. Trays clattered, and ketchup packets exploded under pressure. The boys mistook speed for efficiency, and chaos quickly followed. The girls, on the other hand, took a methodical approach. Clara split the girls into stations, servers, organizers, and cleaners. While the boys wrestled with a toppled stack of milk cartons, the girls moved like clockwork, finishing with time to spare. Principal Rodriguez, clipboard in hand, smiled as she jotted down her notes. Round 1, Clara whispered, goes to us. Alan, wiping mashed potatoes off his shirt, grinned. Enjoy it while it lasts. The scoreboard outside the principal's office lit up. Girls, 10, boys, 5. The battle had only just begun. The second day of the competition dawned with an electric buzz in the air. Students streamed into the school, eyes darting toward the scoreboard outside the principal's office. Girls, 10, boys, 5. It was clear neither side planned to back down. Alan, flanked by his two best friends, Jake and Marcus, leaned against his locker, arms crossed. We're not losing again. Clara got lucky. Today, we dominate. Jake grinned. What's the plan, General? As if on cue, Principal Rodriguez's voice filled the school. Good morning, Jefferson High. Today's challenge is campus control. Each team will be responsible for managing 3 key areas: the gym, the library, and the courtyard. The team that keeps their zones clean, organized, and running smoothly earns the points. Good luck. Alan's eyes gleamed. Split and conquer, boys. Jake, take the gym. Marcus, library. I'll handle the courtyard. We'll show them how it's done. On the girls' side, Clara was already moving. Maya, you're on the gym. Priya, library. I've got the courtyard. Same as yesterday, work smart, not hard. The gym quickly became a war zone. Jake, confident and loud, had boys sweeping, wiping down bleachers, and stacking equipment. It looked impressive, until Maya calmly walked over with her clipboard. Did you check under the bleachers? She asked sweetly. Jake froze. His eyes darted down, and there it was, half-eaten sandwiches, crumpled notes, and stray basketballs. Maya smiled, waved her hand, and the girls swooped in like a well-trained unit. Meanwhile, in the library, Marcus thought he had the upper hand. He'd convinced the librarian, Mr. Bennett, to let the boys streamline the book return system. Books were flying onto carts, and Marcus leaned back, satisfied. But Priya noticed something crucial. Hey, Mr. Bennett, she said, pointing to the overdue log. Did they scan any of the books back in? Mr. Bennett's face fell. Oh no. If they're not scanned, it's like they're still missing. Priya's team quietly fixed the mess while Marcus argued with the scanner, unaware he was losing ground by the second. In the courtyard, Alan and Clara faced off directly. Alan had boys hustling, raking leaves, and scrubbing benches. He was hands-on, barking encouragement like a coach. Clara, however, played it differently. She enlisted volunteers from non-competing students, offering them extra credit from Mrs. Nolan's science class in exchange for help. Bribery? Alan smirked, watching students gather around Clara. Resourcefulness. Clara shot back, flipping her clipboard shut. By the final bell, Principal Rodriguez made her rounds. In the gym, Maya stood victorious. The boys' overlooked trash cost them. In the library, Priya's precision sealed the win. But in the courtyard, Alan's hands-on leadership edged out Clara's strategy by a single point. The updated scoreboard read, "Girls, 20, boys, 10. Alan clenched his fists. "Tomorrow," he muttered. "It's not over." Clara, passing by, winked. "It never is." By the third day, the entire school was buzzing about the competition. Students wore makeshift team colors, blue for the boys, pink for the girls. Friendly trash talk echoed through the halls as the scoreboard flashed. Girls, 20, boys, 10. Alan wasn't smiling anymore. He stood by his locker, arms crossed, eyes locked on the numbers. "We need a clean sweep today. No slip-ups." Clara, passing by with her team, didn't even break stride. "Pressure getting to you, Alan?" Before he could snap back, Principal Rodriguez's voice filled the school. "Good morning, Jefferson High. Today's challenge is school spirit. Each team must plan and execute a spirit event by lunchtime. Judges will score on creativity, participation, and teamwork. May the best team win." Alan grinned. "This is our chance. No one hypes a crowd like us." The boys sprang into action. Jake suggested a pep rally in the gym, while Marcus proposed a flash mob in the courtyard. Alan, always the showman, combined both. "Here's the play," Alan said, sketching on the whiteboard in the science lab they claimed as headquarters. "Marcus, you and your crew start the flash mob in the courtyard. When the crowd gathers, we funnel them into the gym, where Jake kicks off the rally. Cheerleaders, music, confetti, go big or go home." Across the school, Clara led the girls with equal determination. "We're not doing the obvious," she said, flipping through ideas on her phone. "Spirit isn't just noise, it's heart. Let's hit them where they don't expect it." Her plan? A gratitude wall stretching across the main hallway, where students could write positive messages about each other, teachers, and the school. To top it off, they'd organize a surprise thank you parade for the custodial staff, cafeteria workers, and even Principal Rodriguez. By 11:30, the school was a whirlwind. In the courtyard, Marcus cued the music, and the boys burst into synchronized dance. Laughter and cheers erupted as students joined in, creating a wave of energy that flowed straight into the gym, where Alan stood at center court, microphone in hand. "Jefferson High, who runs this school?" "Boys," the crowd roared, confetti raining down as Jake led the cheer squad in a routine that had even the teachers clapping along. But just as the energy peaked, the first notes of a softer tune floated through the hallway. Students turned, curious, and saw the girls' gratitude wall, now covered in colorful notes. "Shout out to Mr. Bennett for keeping the library peaceful. Thanks to Sarah for tutoring me in algebra. Lunch, ladies, you're the real MVPs." The parade followed, with students handing out flowers and thank you cards. Custodian Mr. Lopez blinked back tears as Clara handed him a bouquet. Principal Rodriguez, clipboard in hand, watched it all unfold. After lunch, the PA crackled again. This was a tough one, folks. Both teams showed incredible spirit. But today's points go to a dramatic pause. The girls. Their creativity and community focus won the day. Great job, everyone. The scoreboard updated. Girls, 30, boys, 10. Alan slumped onto a bench, defeated. Clara walked by, hands in her pockets. "You brought the noise, Alan. We brought the heart." Alan grinned despite himself. "Tomorrow's the last challenge. Don't get comfortable." Clara leaned in, eyes gleaming. "I never do." The final day of the competition arrived, and Jefferson High felt more like a battleground than a school. The scoreboard outside the principal's office flashed the daunting reality. Girls, 30, boys, 10. The boys needed a miracle to win. Alan, standing with Jake and Marcus near the front steps, clenched his fists. We're down, but not out. One final challenge. We give it everything. Clara and her team strolled by, radiating confidence. Hope you've got more than a pep rally up your sleeve, Alan, she teased. The PA system crackled to life. Good morning, Jefferson High. This is it, the final challenge. School takeover. Each team will run the school for the day. One team will manage morning classes, the other afternoon. You'll act as teachers, hall monitors, and even administrators. The team that keeps things smooth, organized, and fun will win. Good luck. Alan's eyes lit up. We can do this. We know how the school runs. Keep the energy high, and don't let the girls outshine us. The boys took the morning shift. Alan played principal, strolling through the halls with a walkie-talkie and clipboard. Jake taught gym, turning it into an obstacle course challenge, while Marcus transformed math class into a game show, complete with buzzers and candy prizes. At first, everything ran like clockwork. Laughter echoed from classrooms, and even Principal Rodriguez, watching from her office, nodded in approval. But by third period, cracks started to show. In Jake's gym class, the obstacle course collapsed when the boys forgot to secure the cones, sending one poor freshman tumbling into the foam pit. In Marcus's math game, the candy ran out and students lost interest. Alan, rushing between classrooms, missed a hallway scuffle that ended with 2 kids being sent to the nurse's office. When the lunch bell rang, the boys regrouped, exhausted. That was chaos, Marcus groaned, rubbing his temples. We started strong, Alan muttered. We just need the girls to mess up worse than we did. But the girls didn't mess up. Clara, clipboard in hand, ran her team like a seasoned CEO. Priya handled attendance while Maya organized classroom rotations. They used the gratitude wall from the Spirit Challenge, turning it into a shout-out board where students could post compliments throughout the afternoon. In science class, instead of a lecture, Clara had students build spaghetti and marshmallow towers, turning it into a friendly competition. In history, they acted out scenes from the civil rights movement, making the past come alive. Even the hallways were peaceful, with Maya calmly resolving conflicts before they escalated. By the final bell, the school felt less like a battleground and more like a community. Principal Rodriguez called both teams to the gym for the final results. Students, this competition has been incredible. Both teams showed leadership, creativity, and teamwork. But only one can win. The scoreboard flickered, then flashed the final tally. Girls, 40, boys, 15. The gym erupted into cheers as the girls hugged and high-fived. Alan stood frozen, processing the loss. Clara approached, hand extended. Good fight, Alan. You pushed us to be better. Alan hesitated, then grinned and shook her hand. Next time, we're taking you down. Next time, Clara agreed. We'll be ready. As students filed out, Principal Rodriguez smiled from the sidelines. The school had never felt more alive. In the end, it wasn't just about boys versus girls. It was about everyone finding their place, their voice, and their spirit.